Hi everybody, my AI warriors. My name is Sophie. I'm on my way of building completely AI-powered workforce. And as I mentioned in previous post, right now on my learning path, I'm on the step of AI-powered automation. Like I'm creating not completely autonomous agent that is doing the role. It's not existing on its own. It's rule-based automation, like I'm the one who's creating the algorithm, but there are modules of this algorithm that are powered and enabled by different AI models. That's why I wanted to show you one automation that could be used for multiple use cases. In my case, I'm just gonna show as example how you can share the news digest on LinkedIn. I know it's not the best engagement strategy for your profile because everyone wants to hear your opinion and your ideas and insights, not just scrapping the news from somewhere else and regenerating it with AI. But I know that sometimes there are struggling periods in your creativity era, in your LinkedIn era, and you still want to show up on social media, but you don't have enough resources to create content. But other use cases could be you can do trend watching, you can send news updates to your Slack, to your share with your team to discuss the latest industry news, or whenever you're doing competitors analysis, you can just summarize all the news about your competitors, or where you're creating the investment deck. Like the use cases depend on you. I'm just gonna share the automation I created, and also I will share the link to the blueprint you can actually download and then upload to the platform where this automation is being run, and just connect your accounts and just run it. Like I've done everything for you, I'm sharing it with the world because as I mentioned, we're learning together. Now we're sliding to the automation reveal. I'm not sure which way is this, but like this. Hey, you made it to the most interesting part of this tutorial. Congrats. So we're doing this automation with Make. It's the platform where you can integrate multiple services without like any coding needs. You're just connecting APIs of different services. And to create a new scenario, you just obviously go to scenarios and press button create new scenario. Wow. And then you get the blank page and you have two options here. You can either upload the blueprint. I'm going to share it in the post. So you can just simply download it and upload it here. And then you will see the same setup of the module. You will just need to connect your accounts and maybe adjust some prompts, but it will be done for you. Or you can build it from the scratch. For that, you will be using this panel. You just add the modules that you want to connect. And you can simply search the services you want to integrate. So I'm just going to quickly run through each module, like what's the logic behind. So we are collecting the news from RSS feed. RSS feed is type of web page which like gives you the flow of information from the certain website or for the certain keywords, and it's very unpleasant looking for you as a person, but the machines can read this. But yeah, don't be scared. You don't need to understand what's going on here. So to get this link for RSS feed, like this URL, you have a couple of options. For example, you can create Google Alerts. So for example, you're interested in agentic AI, you're creating the alert for these words, and you just set it up like to get it as it happens. For the sources, I would recommend the news, like to get more reliable web pages and only the best results. The region depends on your request. If you're interested like in only US market, for example, you can pick the US, and we need to pick RSS feed here. And we create alert. Then we get this Wi-Fi looking sign, and we just click on it, and it brings us to our RSS feed. We just copy the URL and we paste it here. Or in my case, as you have seen, I'm using TechCrunch feed. I just, in most cases, you can just like go to the website you would like to track and put the dash and feed after that, or like dash and RSS. So you just copy again and paste. So these are just two options how you get the RSS feed, like the flow with all the updates. And I'm personally interested in the latest news, like something that happened in the past week. That's why I set up the function that I need 7 days back from now, but you can set up the function that suits your case. And the number of returned items, that's the number of articles this feed will source into our automation. I just found out by experience that TechCrunch posts around 20 articles per week. So I don't want to overload my flow, but if you need more, you can add more. So that's the first step. We're tracking news from the source we're interested in or by the keywords we're interested in. And the next stage, it's just the text aggregator. We just want to get rid of some artifacts of RSS feed which can confuse our next modules. So we just aggregate everything around title, description, summary, and URL of the articles. Pretty straightforward, pretty stupid. And then, like the first AI-powered module is our GPT. So to activate this module, we need to connect our Open API account. That's why we just need to add the connection, and it will ask us to put our API key. You can easily get your API key at the OpenAI platform. You just create new secret key, and please don't share it with anyone because someone could use your API key to generate some unpleasant content, and you don't want to be associated with that. So, and you just paste it here, and the same with connecting Claude account. You just add your API key here by going to Anthropic console and create a new key here. You just can give any name, so you will distinguish it from other key API keys. I'm using GPT because personally, like by my experience, it's better in structuring and summarizing stuff. And in our case, we need to summarize all the articles we got in the previous stage. So the basic logic in all make.com automations that you can map the results of the previous module. So you just here you can pick that we need to use the outcome, like the output of the previous module, and generate it for our future outputs. And here I got a bit nerdy with the prompt. I asked it to analyze whatever it sees about the articles and also prioritize 5 articles which are related to AI technology, like investments and some product launches. Also important to include to your prompt something that you want to avoid, like exclusion criteria. I realized it also by testing, like once I was testing this and I got the release about death of one of OpenAI employees or partners or someone. So didn't want this. That's why I came up with exclusion criteria. And we also need to prompt it not to duplicate articles, like not to pick 2 articles around one event, around one product release. Like we want to keep it diverse. So you can just read through this prompt and tweak it to your case. And of course, we need to set up the output format. We just need article title, summary, and link. And that's we're sending to the next module. I'm using Claude because next module is about more like creative stuff. And for me, Claude captures my requests like with tone of voice and writing some pieces of content better. That's why I just use Anthropic Claude model. And here we Again, we're a bit nerdy with the prompt. And here we're asking it to create the LinkedIn post based on the news that were prioritized and summarized in previous modules. And I ask to write it in my tone of voice. So here's the trick. It's better to have like stored somewhere in your personal knowledge base how your tone of voice is described. How you can get it, you just simply pick several articles that you wrote, posts you wrote, posts that have been written by people you enjoy reading, and you can just upload it to ChatGPT, for example, and ask to describe your tone of voice. I can share the prompt how you can do this, and it will analyze all pieces of content, and it will give you the description of your tone of voice that another LLM model will understand better. So don't describe it yourself. I mean, you can add something like emotional, but try to delegate it to machines, because like machines understand each other better. And again, we just don't forget that we're mapping the result of the previous module. And at that point, like we had the summary, we now have the LinkedIn post, but we also want to get rid of some artifacts, like of some signs that it was AI generated. I mean, I usually put the disclaimer if this content was completely AI generated, but still, I don't like how it looks when you have this plenty of emojis, when you have these words that starting with capital letters, this too exaggerated phrases. So that's why I added the block that is doing the formatting for us. And again, that's the prompt that I'm using. I am, again, I'm mapping the result of our previous output. And I have some restrictions about the length of the sentences, the length of the paragraph, how I want to like the post to look like. I want to keep it readable. That's why I have all of these notes here. And yeah, that's my annoying part. And yeah, the question you might ask is why we're using multiple AI modules. Like we can just ask ChatGPT doing everything. But based on my experience, the less tasks and requests you're given to one module, the better outcome is. So every module should serve very specific role. Like you cannot ask one ChatGPT module do the summary, do the post, and then do the formatting, because it will just lose some of the requirements. And we have many requirements because we want to make it very smooth, nice, and clear. That's why I'm using several steps. And the last step is uploading to LinkedIn. Again, you just add your account here. You just will have to log in. And you can set it up to run, for example, once a week or just run it once. It depends on your use case. So let's test. Let's see how it works. So while it's generating the content, let's see, like you got these bubbles. In these bubbles, you can see the output that we got, like the result of this module. And it's nice to check it every time when you're building the automation, because you can see at what step the problem occurs. Like if the output in this module in this step is wrong, then you have to correct your prompt. And we can see that everything's fine. Like it prioritized only 5 articles. And here we got like 20 bundles of information. And yeah, let's check the LinkedIn. Wow, nice. So as you can see, like it made it matched it with all requirements. Like I asked to start it with hashtag and end with the disclaimer. Like all the links are working. You can test it. Like it's leading you to the real article. It didn't create and fabricate any information. So I like it. So yeah, that was the flow. As I mentioned again, you can build it from the scratch. You can adjust it for your use case, or you can just use my blueprint and adjust the prompt. Of course, obviously, you would have different tone of voice, and probably you would be interested in another source of information. So, yeah, hope it was clear. Hi, it's me again. I'm looking forward to hear what use cases you would use this for, and also in the next tutorial I'm gonna share how to automate your LinkedIn posting in more creative way, like how we would be converting our voice messages into LinkedIn posts without any finger lift. Imagine you just, run somewhere, come up with a cool idea for your LinkedIn post. You can just record a voice message and it will be automatically converted into a LinkedIn post in your personal tone of voice and your personal formatting style. So see you in the next tutorial, I guess.